All right, so before we dive into the actual campaigns themselves, I want to talk about something that I've talked about a number of times, but it's especially important here, and that's the concept of campaign stacking. So in this particular module, you've got, gosh, I think like a dozen different turnkey campaigns, and they are designed to be stacked on top of one another. So you may grab a, gain logic fear campaign, and you may tack a, a news jacker, a tube jacker, and you may, at the end of it run a closing series or some type of a faux close. There's a lot of different options to stack these campaigns, and you're gonna wanna go crazy. In fact, you're probably gonna wanna use all of them. You're gonna say, hey, yep, cool, if I've got 12 of them, let's stack 12 of them and just have this engagement series go on for a year. And I'll tell you, we actually tried that at one point. We thought that the best thing to do would be to have a series that just kind of went on forever, because then it's fully automated, right? You can go out there, fully automated, kick back on the beach, your autoresponder is going to do the work. But remember what I said before, the problem that you have with that is they raised their hand one time and said, yes, I'm interested in this particular subject. That's the role of the landing page. That's the role of the lead magnet to pinpoint and segment out different people, have them say, cool, yep, I'm interested in that. They jump into that series. But if you only ever talk about that one thing, you become very predictable, very boring, and very obnoxious. You become like that obnoxious friend that only talks about the same thing over and over and over again. And you may love that friend, but you don't like hanging out with them. Right? We all know somebody who is like that. I don't want you to be like that to like tens of thousands of people. So you got to mix it up. So I don't want these engagement series to run on forever. And so I want to give you a general guideline in terms of about how long your engagement series should be. Now, if you feel like breaking these rules, that's fine. I'll tell you when it's okay to break rules, and I'll tell you when it isn't. This is one of those cases where it's your business. You can do whatever the heck you want to do, right? And you're not gonna hurt my feelings, and you're not gonna break the law. You're not gonna do anything really, really wrong. So these are general guidelines, a general framework. And at the end of the day, here's kind of what you need to keep in mind. Price determines the duration of your engagement series. Price determines length. Price determines length. That's, at the end of the day, what it all comes down to. So when you're stacking these things, just remember, you don't have to kill an ant with an atom bomb. All right? If you're just trying to sell somebody a $7 report, you don't need 30 days to do it. I mean, if it's been 3 to 5 days, something like that, and they haven't bought that thing, that $7 report, they're just not that into it. It's fine. Let them drop out of the engagement series, drop back into the segmentation series, and start talking to them about something else. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So if it's a really low dollar item, right, what a lot of folks who are funnel blueprint students and funnel clients know, we call internally a tripwire. Right? A tripwire is just a very, 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 very low dollar product. It's not designed to get you rich. It's not designed to make you a lot of money. It's just designed to turn prospects into buyers. Because once somebody has given you some money, even if it's just $1, once somebody has given you some money, they're 10 to 20 times more likely to give you more money again than a cold prospect would be. That's the general stats. That's what we see internally, and that's kind of been one of those rules of marketing forever and a day. So I love selling low ticket stuff. I really do. I think it's great. It trains people to buy, and then when they buy one thing, it's kind of like eating potato chips, right? When you eat one potato chip, you want another potato chip and another potato chip. But if you just go to somebody and say, hey, here's this massive, piece of cake that's bigger than your head, a lot of people are like, well, I'm not quite ready for that yet. It's like, hey, you want a potato chip? Yeah, sure, I'll take a potato chip. That's why I love low ticket offers. I say all that just to say, if you are making a low ticket offer as an aspect of your, somebody opts in for your lead magnet, and you determine in step one, I just want them to get to buy this $7 report, or sign up for this, $5 thing, or this $10 thing. Typically, it's going to be less than $20 in most market. So I would consider low ticket to be less than $20. In a B2B space, it might be less than $100 if they're used to spending a whole bunch of money. Typically though, less than $20. If it's an impulse buy, the stick of gum, then you shouldn't need more than 3 to 5 days, right? You really shouldn't need more than 3 to 5 days to sell that low ticket item. That's about how long your engagement series is gonna be. It's gonna be about 3 to 5 days. And if you start stacking all these campaigns on top of one another, and you take 30 days to do it, you can do it, but you go back and you look at your stats, and you're gonna find that basically 95% of your sales came in the first 3 to 5 days, and the ones that came in later, even though you did make some sales, you did a whole lot of damage to the people that didn't buy by just annoying the crap out of them. And more than that, the opportunity cost, because they weren't in your segmentation broadcasts, you weren't able to show them something that maybe they would be interested in a lot more. More than anything, it just kind of looked boring. You were that person that talked about the same thing over and over and over again. So 3 to 5 days if it's a low ticket item. Low ticket item is defined as an impulse buy. So there's no hard and fast rules on numbers and pricing. What is an impulse buy for your market? You know, what is something that somebody just says, yeah, sure, I'll throw a few bucks at that, right? Or that somebody, if it's in a business to business type capacity, that somebody who's in your target market, they don't have to get approval, you know, and fill out a purchase order. They'll just say, yeah, sure, I'll buy that, right? Impulse buy, 3 to 5 day engagement series. One of the best engagement series, by the way, for these types of things is the Gain Logic Fear, one that you already have. It's great. It's great, and it was originally written and designed to get new leads to upgrade and ascend to buying low dollar products. Now, kind of next on the list, mid-range products, what again usually we refer to as a core offer, right? A core offer. So it's not a low ticket, it's not big expensive, it's a mid-range type product. This you're usually gonna need between 5 and 10 days, right? 5 and 10 days. You got a little bit of wiggle room in there. If yours is 3 or 4 days, that's fine. If it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 days, that's fine too. If you find that you're going on for 30 days to sell what would be considered a mid-range product, right? It's not an impulse buy, but it also isn't I'm gonna have to take out a second mortgage in my house. You're probably going on longer than you need to. Again, you're probably using the atom bomb to kill an ant, and you just don't have to do that. There's a lot of opportunity costs and collateral damage associated with killing ants with atom bombs. I don't want you to do that. What about the expensive items, right? What about those profit maximizers, those slack adjusters, the thing where it really is, it's your high ticket consulting, the thing that you most want people to buy. It's where you make all your money. How about those things? Well, these are gonna usually be anywhere from 7 to 21 days. And in the case of the 21-day engagement series, that's almost like a perpetual launch, right? So if you know anything about the traditional, product launch formula that my buddy Jeff Walker more or less invented and certainly popularized, those generally go on for 21, could even go a little bit longer. In this one, if you're wanting to sell something that is really a high-ticket, expensive item, or it has a long sales cycle, generally it's going to fall in the 7 to 21 day range. But if you find that it's going out 30 days, that's probably okay. That's probably okay. In this one, you do need an atom bomb, right? So it's okay to spend a little bit longer. The biggest point that I want you to understand, really 2 big takeaways that I want you to have here. Number 1, these are guidelines, not rules. Please don't comment and email in or get on a call and say, Ryan, I've got a $20 product. My engagement series is 6 days. Is that okay? Because the answer is going to be yes, all right? These are general guidelines. If you're a couple of days on either side, it's probably fine. You know your products, you know your customers, you know your market. Go with your instinct, go with your gut on this. If you're way outside of one of these ranges, and you don't have a clear and obvious reason for why you need to do that, then I'm gonna suggest that you ratchet it back just a little bit. That's kind of the first thing. But at the end of the day, just remember, price determines the length of your engagement series. That's the biggie to keep in mind. If it's more expensive, it's gonna take a little bit longer. And in determining, but what should I sell them? When they come in on a particular lead magnet, how do I know? Should I sell them a low ticket item or a high ticket item or something like that? It really doesn't matter. That's the beauty of the machine. You get to decide what you want to do. Do you want to have somebody opt in for a special report and then over the course of 30 days try to sell them a $5,000 thing? You can do that. The machine is built for that, and we have campaigns in here that are turnkey and templatable, that if you have that type of an offer, you can build an engagement series that will effectively sell that type of product. If you don't, if you have a low ticket product, then we've got campaigns that'll show you how to do just that. And we're gonna tell you when we get into these individual campaigns which ones work best for which types of offers. And we're also gonna build out, kind of do some sample campaign stacking so you can see how, really if we were trying to sell this type of offer, we'd stack this campaign with this one, with that one. We're gonna go into all that stuff. So if you're a little worried right now about the specifics, we're gonna dig in all the specifics. Right now, just remember, campaign determines length, and don't kill ants with atom bombs. All right, see you in the next video.